My first thought upon seeing these two comps is that a Nubarak Hogger with Hortipult, Zeratul just being Zeratul, and then Tychus throwing in grenades from afar, and maybe even Odin long range damage. Like, the Falstad and Malf are just going to be free kills for red side the entire game, in my opinion. I haven't seen this competitive game. This is my first time watching this. I don't know exactly how it plays out. And now we've switched to Marlow's point of view here. He has his work cut out for him, I will say that much. On the bright side, in terms of the Tracer matchups, this game is pretty easy. Hogger is not really a threat in wide open areas, and he's not too much of a threat in the first place. He was kind of annoying on release, but he's not as much of a problem now, in my opinion. And now that I've learned more about playing around him, it's mostly just like a kind of Diablo-esque counterplay of not really being near walls. Hey, baby. Brightwing mostly stops you from ganking and diving while her polymorph is up. Marlow's like kind of zoning himself out of this fight. I feel like he could have done a little more damage than that, but it's marginal. Yeah, super good free damage right there in the Anubrak. Not really sure why he's like not hitting the Anubrak as much as he could. I feel like he could be free autoing the Anub that whole time. Maybe that's just my greed talking, because that Brightwing could show up and kill him. So maybe I would have gotten farmed right there and Marlow wouldn't. I'm not sure. Ooh, that tap. I feel like that had to be an accident. That tap. Either that or he's just tapping early and he knows he'll get it back like 30 seconds after objective spawns, but I find it a little questionable. Speed this up a bit. Good damage on the Anub. He's very, very safe. Not really playing to harass the Anub, just playing like super far back all the time. I would have gone for the kill on the Zeratul right there. As Zeratul was walking away, you had blink charges, you had pulse bomb, you had melee. You could have gotten him to like 10% at least. You would have gotten him really low. Yeah, Marlow is playing like a super conservative style where he's not taking damage trades that in my opinion he could win. And I think he's just waiting to go like to follow up on like the Stitches hooks and the Malfruits and whatnot. Because I think he's not taking damage trades that he could easily win versus these players. Are you okay? See, like right there, he could have easily been harassing a hero or just whittling wave or something like that. Just like before, as Tracer, a lot of times the early game won't say a ton about what you can do. I wouldn't be surprised if he could have searched for more, but into Brightwing, it's really hard to do too much early game. Let me speed this up again just a little bit. Damn. And the tap again. Super weird. And this is a part where Tracer is just really bad at defending against sieges. She's one of the worst heroes in the game. One of the worst DPS heroes in the game for defending against a siege. So far I like the build. This build is extremely standard. And in my opinion, correct for this game. Yep, easy side soak right here while you wait. You spot that Anubrak, you go for the interrupt, and see, there's the free damage trade I've been talking about. You have so much free damage onto the Anubrak, just shred him whenever you can, right? That's what I'm saying. This game is kind of a battle of like the uncontested Tracer versus like the uncontested dive on the enemy team. And in my opinion, the uncontested dive on the enemy team should win that. But there's always the chance the Tracer pops off or Stitches lands some good hooks, that kind of thing. Okay, so right there, you can recall Cocoon, and it dodges the Cocoon and puts it on full CD. It is pretty difficult to do that play, especially from that range. I don't blame Marlow at all for getting hit by that Cocoon. He did actually kind of bait out two ults, though. He managed to dodge Liam's Shockwave and baited out Cocoon, but they were still down 10, so it didn't really make much of a difference. That's kind of unfortunate. Now that they've got 10, they can go in here. What's Marlow's 10 real quick before we go in here? Sticky Bomb into Brightwing. I think the Sticky Bomb pick's kind of troll. Like, you're into a Brightwing who has Magic Spit critical missed, That is like the build that completely shuts down Sticky Bomb. I don't think it's going to do much this game. I'm actually, like, I specifically want to watch the rest of this game and just ask myself, what did Sticky Bomb do this game? Right here, so far, first bomb, it's done nothing. But I mean, it's just one bomb, right? We'll see what happens. Good damage trade with Unaverted. I'm very surprised he actually lost that. Or didn't lose that, but I'm very surprised he died. Let's see. I thought for sure he would just barely kill him in the escape. He may have needed to recall. But he wanted to do as much damage as possible before the Brightwing Z finish, so I get it. I don't think he made a misplay. Why isn't he hitting Tychus here? I guess, why are you standing still, buddy? You lagging? Yeah, he actually was lagging. Marlow has left the game. Oh, damn, that sucks. That really sucks. I was just kind of joking when I said, are you lagging? But no, he was. That bomb needed to go on Tychus. Yeah, that's just a miss. Happens all the time, especially if you're playing NA. Like if he's playing like across the Atlantic ping. Okay. Not much to write home about on those kills. That was just really good base defense from the team after unfortunate circumstances. And I will say, guys, that's actually one of the best things that Tracer is really good at in the late game that people don't really talk about that much. Is so Tracer's really bad at defending against sieges, right? Like I said earlier, like if your base is getting sieged in, see you later, Broke Vulture. If your base is getting sieged in as Tracer, that can be a really tough time. You do not clear the wave very efficiently, and you have to be way too close to the wave to actually deal damage to it. But after the siege, Tracer is insane at running the enemy team down. When the enemy team is done sieging, and they have to leave now, against Tracer teams, you kind of have to leave a few seconds early. If you leave late at all, you cannot outrun Tracer. You cannot get away. So what you see extremely commonly over the years of Tracer gameplay at the pro scene is teams will get some kind of lead against a Tracer team. They will push into a keep and get some good siege on that keep. And then when it's time to leave, versus almost any other hero in the game, they would be able to leave just fine. But Tracer just runs them down and they just can't escape. So Tracer's not that good at base defense per se. She's really good at killing heroes that were just sieging her base though, when they try to leave. And we saw that come into play right there. That blink, yeah, he's just blinking onto the boss to tank it a little bit with Jumper. I do it every now and then. Splitting the damage a little bit. I think Rhett could go back right now. Just start backing and get his mana back. I think Malf needs to be backing. Speed it up a bit. Easy null camp right here. I'm curious to see what 16 Marlow goes. Based on the situation right here, I'm really not sure which one I'd want. I feel like this is actually an acceptable bullet spray game. There's Sticky Bomb. Sticky Bomb didn't change anything. Bomb would have killed him anyway. Like, I just want to point out, guys, Sticky Bomb has done nothing so far, by the way. Like, Sticky Bomb has accomplished literally nothing. It has made zero difference. Maybe you could argue that it kept someone in base a little bit longer when he was defending bot keep over here and he hit a minion. And like maybe it zoned someone a little bit. Marginal impact at best. And I think you can argue that it's done literally nothing, like I said. Sticky Bomb is just way more inconsistent of a talent than people think it is. Let's see. Whereas there's never a game where Pulse Rounds doesn't do anything. Never. Man, he is... Oh wait, I'm watching Zeratul's. God damn it. I was like watching Zeratul's map for so long. Like, damn, he's really not looking at what he's doing. He's like over here watching the map. Because I pressed the same button to watch Maka from last game instead of Marlow this time. I don't want to go back because the replay will break. Let's see. Yeah, they just back off from that. That's a pretty strong conservative move. They have to wait until they're on equal talent tiers right there. I think that makes sense. I like how, notice how he went above the Hogger. So if Hogger wants to focus Porky with like Shockwave or anything like that, or roll into him, it's not going to damage Marlow. He's staying on the other side of Liam and saved himself a lot of HP that way. Right there, you use Jumper to shield off some of the melting point damage from Tychus's level 7 talent. And I'm still looking at this, and I feel like this is a pretty free Ricochet game. I also feel like Heavy-Handed does a lot to help you kill Tychus, and to help you duel Zeratul, and to kill targets that get Stitches hooked. And Bullet Spray gives you a lot of much-needed macro on Alterac Pass. It's huge for macro in general. It's huge for defending against this objective. I think all 3 Tracer 16s get like Giga value this game. I think all of them are super good. Okay, shred the cocoon, shred the cocoon, shred the cocoon. Damn. I think he was probably attack moving and hit like anything else other than the cocoon when he could have been right-clicking it. Pulse bomb, pulse bomb. Okay, there's Sticky Bomb, and didn't really accomplish anything. There's Ricochet. Like I said, I would have been happy with literally any Tracer 16. I think they're all really good here. That's an interesting Gorge play. Putting him onto the root is a necessity for the kill, yeah. And that's part of what makes Twilight Emerald Dream so good, although even though I don't think Emerald Dreams made a difference there, it just increases the confidence that you have in those Gorge plays. That was a very smart Gorge play and very well coordinated with the mouth. Let's see, I'm gonna take a look at this fight. Just good follow-up on Liam. Yep, good target focus. And now you're moving forward, aggro, trying to clear out this camp. There's the melee bug right there that cost him some damage. Reload right here while you're in between shots. There you go. Perfect, perfect. I think you either need to be diving this Tychus or stealing their null camp right here. Stealing null camp might be too aggro based on death timers. But I kind of wonder if they could have gone for it. Maybe if Malf didn't have to Hearth. Oh yeah, and then Malf is going to leash the siege camp, and then Marlow's going to go help Malf. Very smart decision by Rhett here to leash that siege camp. So now they have an extra siege camp pushing during objective. They looking for the Hogger dive? Evidently not. They probably were and just didn't see it. Easy boss play right here, yeah. Enemy team is pretty busy. Oh. They were thinking about it. Hold on. Porky getting caught a little bit. Ooh, there's a Gorge play, but with no root, I question the efficacy of this Gorge onto a Nubarak here with no root to follow up. Pulse Bomb does miss, and it didn't manage to slow Jachuggy. I think it either didn't hit Jachuggy or it got cleansed immediately. Oh yeah, what am I saying? If he's playing on ping, which I'm pretty sure he is based on how many NA players are in here, if Marlow's playing on ping, then recalling Cocoon is a near impossibility. It's extremely hard to do. And there it would have made no difference. It's just the thought came to mind. Let's see. Yeah, he's on ping. Gotcha. Remember when Twilight Dream gave you mana regen? Yes, I remember when Emerald Wind gave you extra healing too. That was crazy. Let's see. Let's go back over to Marlow's camera here. Yep, good clear of mid. They can go over here and threaten this boss camp. I love it. I love it. Just trade bosses. How is this going to go in the late game? This is where everything gets decided. You're into auto attack Zeratul, who has decent dueling into you, actually. Yeah, the only talent that I disagree with in his whole tree is Sticky Bomb at 10. I think that one's like super troll for this game specifically. Right there, you 100% needed to use your combo to peel the mouth. And he was in range, like I'm like 99% sure he could have. Like that's one of the main draws of Sticky Bomb is that it's good peel. And you can also make it explode instantly with Get Stuffed. Like, I know the mouth got popped, but like the second that's happening, you need to just blink in and Get Stuffed combo the guy that's on your mouth, and maybe you save his life. Because you had all your abilities up, so I'm 99% sure you could have peeled that mouth. and at least attempted it. I'm not necessarily saying it would have been successful, but you could have at least attempted it. There's not a lot of time left in the replay, so I'm going to assume that they're about to lose. Mostly, honestly, on the back of that mouth getting picked. And I didn't see what happened with the Dahaka, but that might have also been a disaster similarly. And then at this point, I think you're going to just see Tracer's weakness to Siege starting to kick in right here, especially when she doesn't have bullet spray. Like, they just simply won't have the clear with Falstad Tracer to handle this strong of a late game push. See Falstad getting dived, and yep, like I said, it's a pretty free dive into this team comp that they have. There's a missed pulse bomb. Again, it happens all the time. I miss my pulse bombs all the time, even when I'm not on ping. But at this point, the push is just going to be really, really strong. Good kill onto Liam. Need to be free autoing whenever you can. Gotta hit these guys. Yes, 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 yes. Good stuff, good stuff. He's missing a lot of locked and loadeds. Like I said, he's on ping. It's really hard to hit locked and loaded on ping. But I think if you're missing this many locked and loadeds, consider sleight of hand. Especially because that way you don't have to worry about locked and loaded messing up your timing when you're swapping back and forth from NA to EU. Yeah. I think overall, this was a really hard draft to play from Blue Side's perspective. They have an extremely squishy backline with basically zero peel against a dive comp. Against Hogger and Nubrax Airtool. And like I said, even Tychus can chuck grenades in, long range. He did go quarterback at one. And Odin. That was a really hard draft to play. I think that 7 probably should have been sleight of hand, considering the ping impairment. I think Sticky Bomb is probably the worst 10 to pick this game. I don't think it did a thing, and I think into this enemy team comp, it's super questionable. Like... I'm just looking at it, right? Like, Sticky Bomb doesn't really do anything into Zeratul. It gets cleansed by Odin. It gets cleansed by Soothing Mist. Thanks for the sub, by the way, Zithrog. Oh, emote control. Thanks for the gifted sub to Zithrog. Appreciate you. Welcome to the stack, friendo. So, like, the uptime on Soothing Mist is going to be super high, and it heals for a lot. I could literally see situations where, like, this would actually save people if you slowed them with Sticky Bomb, and then allowed Brightwing to get a critical mist. So I think the 7 probably should have been sleight of hand. I think the 10 can't be Sticky Bomb. I like the Ricochet. I like any possible 16 here. I think the rest of the build is correct. I mostly have beef with your team's draft, if anything. I think a lot of the play was really good. Very conservative with not taking damage trades that, in my opinion, you could have taken. I think there were a lot of times where you could have been like free hitting someone and getting damage on them, but you weren't. Definitely very unfortunate with that lag in bot lane, though. And I wonder how the game would have gone if not for that factor. Alrighty, that's pretty much my thoughts on that.